Welcome back. It is time to standardize our data. We have discussed why standardization is important, so let's not waste more time on that. There are several ways to perform standardization. We have already seen some of them. By the end of the section, you will be a proficient standardizer. Let's import the relevant module. From sklearn.preprocessing, import standard scalar. By the way, please be careful with capital letters. First, we must declare a standard scalar object. So, let absenteeism scalar be equal to standard scalar parentheses. Note that we have created an empty standard scalar object. There is no information in it. For those of you that haven't seen scaling with standard scalar, I will explain briefly. The object we just created will be used to scale our data. In other words, it will subtract the mean and divide by the standard deviation from each point, variable-wise. Again, if you feel uncomfortable with this idea, be sure to check the standardization lessons. The next step is to fit our input data. We write absenteeism scalar dot fit unscaled inputs. This line will calculate the mean and standard deviation of each feature from unscaled inputs. This information will be stored in the absenteeism scalar object, so it won't be an empty object anymore. It will contain information about the mean and standard deviation. This is extremely important. Whenever you get new data, you will know that the standardization information is contained in the absenteeism scalar. Thus, you'll be able to standardize the new data in the same way. Remember this, as it will be very useful later on. Okay, so we have the information, but the inputs are still unscaled. We have just prepared the scaling mechanism. In order to apply it, we must use another method called transform. So let scaled inputs be equal to absenteeism scalar dot transform unscaled inputs. This operation transforms the unscaled inputs using the information contained in absenteeism scalar. In simple words, we subtract the mean and divide by the standard deviation. Whenever we get new data, we will just apply absenteeism scalar dot transform new data to reach the same transformation as we just did. This is the most common and useful way to transform new data when you deploy a model. Okay, enough conceptual talk. Let's check what happened. We can clearly see that all the input data has been standardized. Finally, I will display the shape of the inputs so we have an idea about what we will be dealing with. Scaled inputs dot shape shows us that we've got 700 observations and 14 features. We are in good shape to proceed with the final pre-processing step. This time, it will really be the final one, I promise. Thanks for watching.